All right, so we're back. Dave had a frog in his throat, but he got it sorted out. Good to see you.
Yeah.
We're back with our good friend Junior Leclerc. I know Dave's chomping at the bit to ask something.
John. Yes, John. Okay, I'm going to ask a small favor.
Sure.
Leclerc.
I say it like a Cape Breton, bud. I say it like a Cape Breton.
What were you saying, Leclerc? It's Leclerc.
I'm from Sydney. That's the way it goes.
Francais.
And you know what I've said, Sean? You know what I've said for years, though, bro, and you know I say that with tongue-in-cheek and a sense of humor, is this, you know what? If the Czech is spelled correctly, I don't care how you pronounce it.
As long as she clears. So Dave's chomping at the bit to ask a question, and Dave's going to ask a question, and then my question is going to be when Dave asks it. I want you to let our viewers get to know Phil because, like I say, I kind of had a series of mismeets where I didn't get to meet him, but I knew an awful lot of people that did. So Dave, you go first, bud.
Well, I kind of wanted to know, Junior, how your affiliation with Phil became so evident. It's such an honor for you to be able to MC this event. And I'm wondering how well you knew him and how did you find out? How did you get to know him?
You know, I met him back in my major market days of working in major market radio back. And it's funny, all these guys were using the sentence back in the day. But in this case, 89, 90. So no surprise, just like you guys down there. I love watching Barstools and Bandtalk because you guys need to promote your venues and who's playing there and whatnot. It's not about being an egotistical. So I would, of course, in the radio times, run into Phil at these gigs. So speeding up the story, if you will, it was ironic. I mentioned last time you guys interviewed me that how once again that the rock pile, I realized the date, by the way, 2019, that it would become so prominent. And I mentioned also during that interview, but all of a sudden, how do I put this? All these, I mentioned about the Jerry Finn thing as an example, all these friends that you hadn't seen in years. Well, they're walking in the door. And so it's a continuous reunion. With Phil Naro, it was bang on. You guys have seen the pictures, if you will. That's all about media, as you guys know, but it's us down in the green room and talking and sharing the stories. And now, because we sort of had the time, it was really getting to know him on a personable level. In my travels, especially in the music industry, quite frankly, there are egotistical people and there are, people that are focused. Not you, Dave. And of course, well, I noticed the face there. And there, again, there are those that are so grounded. And Phil Naro was one of those people. I mentioned that we have been doing a private invite-only thing for those in the industry on a $1 million waterfront on Georgian Bay. And in talking with Phil, it was so just like you guys and I talk and yeah, man, I'll be there type of thing. And he has to come from Rochester, New York, guys. So it's about 2 hours, give or take, from Toronto itself. So add another, say, hour and a half, if you will. And once again, getting to know him and coming up. And then I had a moment, guys, that I will share that I couldn't have ever dreamt. I mentioned you guys in my first interview, but I did the thing about trying to be the rock star and whatnot. And I still like to jam and sing a bit when I get a chance. So there we are at this thing that I put together for this private invite. And they do a song that used to be one of my almost auditions. Actually, I auditioned this song when I was the second audition guy in Niagara Falls for the band Honeymoon Suite.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
The song was Only Women Bleed.
Yeah.
So Phil has given me the nod to get up. And I, oh my gosh, was able to do that. I have the video on there, and to not realize how much it was going to mean through this time. I mean, it's great. So to really answer about Phil Narrow, it's a long list of everything that you would want in a human. He doesn't please look into the Bible. I know you guys do your history, but the amount of rock stars that he has been around and it's all from Billy Sheehan, the list, guys, I don't have enough time. So when a gentleman like him is that grounded that he always, and if you guys have maybe seen some of the pictures, anybody look at, sure, you want a picture, anything that he was. So that's what I would say about Phil Narrow. He was one of the most grounded, caring, and oh my God, talent. You guys heard the Key to Bala in Ontario?
No.
The Key to Bala.
No.
Even the Rolling, yeah. So anyway, a lot of famous bands have played there. That's okay. But here I was, to give you what I'm getting at, up there, and tears of happiness are coming down my face. Almost emotional there. Thankful. But the point is I'm playing just out of my damn phone that song that was on my wall, and these people are, just a couple of feet away. They said, "Oh, we friggin' love Zeppelin." I said, "Guys, come on over here." I said, "This is not Led Zeppelin. This is Ozone Baby." So when you, the talent side, look at how he never be, I guess, what's that phrase, you guys, the most known or unknown rock star on the planet? I got people reaching out from the UK, guys, that know who Phil Narrow is.
Yep. I mean, he's kind of, I hate to say like a cult hero, but I mean, I had the opportunity. Talus, man. I mean, the stuff that he did with that was just phenomenal. Yeah. I mean, obviously that was out here in the East Coast. We had heard about Billy Sheehan, and then we're like, "Who's this singer guy?" And then Mitch Perry played on that, and what have you. And it was funny. But my two Phil Narrow moments that I'll remember forever. One happened in Halifax. One happened in Toronto. I was at the Gasworks on a Sunday night jam. He actually got up and he did, I want to say it was Ramble On by Zeppelin, if I remember correctly. And I was like going over to meet him, and somebody said, "Hey," and they called me, and then he was gone. I was like, oh, almost met Phil Narrow. And then the second one, Mitch Perry was here in town in 1990. He was in Cher's band. And Dave, he was hanging out with the boys in Ettinger, Peter Ettinger and the guys. And okay. I sat there and I was just like, Mitch Perry, you got to tell me about Phil Narrow. And he went on for 20 minutes about what a great guy. And I'm sitting there thinking, here's like a rock icon guitar player. And most of those guys rip other guys. And he couldn't, like, I was just like, ah. And so I was so stoked to meet this man. And it was just a series of missteps that have never got to happen, but I'm really excited to see this what you're going to put together on Sunday, because obviously he went through a time and that stuff is never fun, it's never good, but I think in talking to you kind of sort of got the feeling that, hey, you know what, he's going to get through this, and 63 is young. I don't care who says what, that's young.
Yeah, that's, I will share that. I'll pause you for a sec, Sean. I'll try my best with this. When I was going to, because of the people that follow me and whatnot, and I love them all to pieces. But anyway, there a lot of people are asking because they haven't heard anything of what's going on with Phil. And of course, back to the respect of the space thing and whatnot, because it was posted on his media page about health concerns. So I wanted to be able to find out and indeed respectfully ask him, and I've saved the text, what's going on. And his answer was sort of in the lines of, I'm doing okay. God, this is hard.
Sorry, brother. It's okay.
Well, you know what, Junior, and I get it, bud. And you know what, this puts the human element to this event. I mean, a lot of people really need to. our members are really gonna, I think, really dig it, because the ones that knew him are going to enjoy it. The ones that did are going to get to know him. So
Yeah,
you take your
exactly.
time with it if you need to.
Yeah.
Yep. No.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm gonna-
and you know what? This is actually a perfect time right now to take a break, and we can come back in with another segment here.
Perfect
Yeah.
time, Alan.